closing arguments, and it's an unusual verdict Monday. A big verdict today in Brooklyn, New York. R&B superstar R. Kelly on trial facing federal racketeering charges. This is the moment where the jury spoke, and they spoke loudly, ladies and gentlemen. Guilty on all counts for R&B superstar R. Kelly. These are the only images we're going to get because it's federal court. No cameras or microphones permitted inside there. But Court TV legal correspondent Julie Janae is in Brooklyn, New York tonight and has the latest for us and the reaction to really a dramatic day and a big conclusion for something that has been years in the making, Julia.
Vinny, really a dramatic day, one that was unexpected to most of us when it comes to how quickly this jury came back. They were 5 hours into their deliberations today. Add that to the 4 hours that they spent on Friday, so only around 9 hours. Most were not expecting them to come back with a verdict today, but the news of that decision coming in just reverberated through the courthouse, people running to make sure that they were inside these overflow rooms and even inside the courthouse to make sure they witnessed what would happen. I watched this jury walk in one by one, not making eye contact with the defendant. One woman did glance over at him, and I noticed Robert Kelly being very still, almost frozen, just completely stoic throughout the time of the reading. He tensed just a little bit, it seemed, when the jury foreman rose, and the way this foreman replied, first I'll talk about his note to the judge to say that they had a verdict. He said, regarding the verdict, we have finally reached a verdict. So it gives us a sense that inside that jury room, it was not as unexpected. They felt like they had been laboring over this for a very long amount of time. He read off guilty, Your Honor, over and over again. No reaction visibly from Robert Kelly, other than the fact that his frozen state just was so recognizable because his attorneys continued to move. He did not write anything. He did not look anywhere, just staring almost into space as he learned his fate.
Julia, this was a federal indictment, and the charges were a little different than we normally see in the state cases that we cover day in and day out here on Court TV. Explain to us what exactly he was found guilty of, and how that breaks down for R. Kelly's future.
Absolutely. This was a complicated case for these jurors. This spans 3 decades. There are 6 Jane Does in the indictment, and there are 9 counts. But under that first count of racketeering, there were 14 underlying offenses where the prosecution had to prove at least 2 of them in order for this jury to find him guilty of racketeering. So here's a breakdown of it by the Jane Does and the allegations. So Jane Doe number 1 that we know is the late R&B star and actress Aaliyah. The only charge related to her was bribery, and it was one of those predicate underlying offenses for racketeering. This jury found that that was proven by the prosecution. Jane Doe number 2 testified on the stand as Stephanie. She was 17 when she met the defendant, and the charge related to her was sexual exploitation of a child due to the visual recording, because the age of consent in Illinois where this happened was 17. So the sex was not illegal at the time, but the recording was. The jury found that was proven. For Jane Doe number 3, Sonia, who testified that she was 21 in 2003 when she said that the defendant locked her in a room. One of the members of his team kept her in a room in his studio, and that she was drugged and assaulted while she was unconscious. Kidnapping, transportation, coercion, and enticement were related to her allegations. This jury struggled with that through the notes that they sent us, wanting more information, and ultimately they found that her allegations were not proven by the prosecution, but that did not affect the guilty of racketeering for the underlying offenses. Moving to Jane Doe number 4, Geronda Pace, someone who was 16 when she met the defendant. Forced labor, video recording, coercion of a minor to engage in sexual activity using interstate commerce. The jury found all of those were proven in this case. And Jane Doe number 5 related to the Mann Act violations, the separate counts 2 through 4 of the indictment: reckless exposure to herpes, sexual exploitation of a child, transportation, coercion, and enticement. She's someone who actually lived with the defendant when she was 17 and older. She testified under the name Jane. The jury found that the counts related to her were proven and that Kelly was guilty of those charges. And finally, Jane Doe number 6, who testified as Faith. Forced labor, reckless exposure to herpes here in New York, and transportation, coercion, and enticement. This jury found that those were proven and that Kelly was guilty of those Mann Act violations.
Wow. Powerful. I mean, the jury speaking very clearly with this verdict about what they see and what they heard. I want to take a quick listen to Peter Fitzhugh. He's the HSI special agent in charge who spoke afterwards, kind of explaining to all of us what this meant for prosecutors and why R. Kelly was someone that they went after.
Today's verdict brings an end to Robert Kelly's decade-long reign of terror over many vulnerable girls, boys, and young women. With this verdict, it is my sincere hope that it will also begin the healing process for these brave survivors. Today's decision demonstrates that our system of justice knows no boundaries and will hold criminals accountable, regardless of their fame or fortune. Mr. Kelly once said, "I'm no angel, but I'm no monster either." I wholeheartedly disagree with that. The investigative and prosecution team spent months conducting hundreds of interviews, analyzing documentary and electronic evidence, all of which confirmed the true depravity of Mr. Kelly. For years, Mr. Kelly believed that his power and fame could defy the justice system and allow him to continue his abuse. Today, a jury of Mr. Kelly's peers confirmed what these courageous victims have known for far too long. Mr. Kelly is a prolific serial predator. Despite numerous reports of his destructive abuse over the years, Mr. Kelly's brazen acts of intimidation against his accusers kept him shielded from prosecution. Mr. Kelly had the audacity to engage with his associates to bribe and threaten victims, their families, and witnesses, all in an effort to prevent the truth from being told. Make no mistakes, these actions by Mr. Kelly and his associates were not only designed to hide the truth, but to also keep and continue his destructive ways against the young and vulnerable. In their failed attempt to evade justice, Mr. Kelly and his associates made one critical error. They underestimated the resilience and courage of the victims who refused to be silenced.
All right, let's bring in our think tank tonight, get more reaction. Joining us in Fort Lauderdale, Florida tonight, criminal defense attorney, civil rights attorney Casey Early is with us. In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, family law attorney Jennifer Brandt. And in Houston, Texas, criminal defense attorney Brian Weiss. Great to see everyone tonight. Casey, 9 hours of deliberations. This was a 6-week trial. That's a quick deliberation. Seems like this jury found this evidence overwhelming.
Indeed, absolutely. I said the same thing, that there was so much evidence that the prosecution was able to bring forth. And I'm glad that in this case, his celebrity status as well as the money that he had did not tip the scales of justice in his favor. Oftentimes, celebrities and actors typically get away with this type of behavior. But in the court of law, the jury spoke and rendered a just verdict.
Speaking of the jury, here's Jacqueline Kasoulis, who's the acting U.S. attorney, talking about that jury.
I want to thank the men and women of the jury for their time and attention throughout the trial and for their careful assessment of the overwhelming evidence in this case. In rendering its verdict today, the jury delivered a powerful message to men like R. Kelly. No matter how long it takes, the long arm of the law will catch up with you.
Jennifer Brandt, we're in a new era now. You're talking about Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, R. Kelly, all now getting convicted of these types of offenses.
You're right, Vinny. And I think that the celebrity status doesn't help you anymore, and in fact hurts you, because people are taking a closer look at celebrities and their power over people and how they treat people, and are really starting to hold them accountable for their misdeeds. And we can see it with R. Kelly. Years ago, he wasn't convicted. Now he has been convicted, and the jury spoke loudly with this quick conviction and on all counts. So I think people are really starting to take victims seriously, and victims are starting to come forward, and they're not afraid anymore, and they don't feel that because someone's a celebrity that they will not be heard. So our world is changing, Vinny, that's for sure.
All right, Brian Weiss, Steve Greenberg, who's on our show a lot, who represented R. Kelly, posted this tweet in reaction to the verdict today. He did not try this particular case, but he said, "We are extraordinarily disappointed in the verdict that was returned by the New York jury today. Mike Leonard and myself believe that the verdict was not supported by the evidence and instead is a reflection of the hysteria whipped up by a couple of TV shows." Now, he's not talking about this show, but he's talking about Surviving R. Kelly and other shows. Brian, let me ask you, why does it take a documentary to get prosecutors to do what prosecutors are supposed to do?
You know, Vin, that's the $64,000 question, because if it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a well-oiled machine to create a predator. And that's exactly what happened. I can't understand for the life of me why it took as long as it did for people who sit in corner offices in states' attorneys' offices and U.S. attorneys' offices to recognize that this guy was a serial pedophile hiding in plain sight. And when all is said and done, you know, facts are stubborn things, guys. This was a 6-week trial, deliberation. I've had juries out longer in DWI cases. This, as they say in some parts of East Texas, was a slow plea of guilty, and it was incredibly fitting that the jury spoke as loudly and as clearly as they did today in the Eastern District of New York, guys.
Casey, the problem I really have, though, is with prosecutors, and not just in New York, but also the ones in Illinois. I mean, a lot of these allegations go back years and years, and it took a docuseries to wake everybody up. It shouldn't take a docuseries to wake up prosecutors.
I agree. I mean, it's unfortunate that it took millions of viewers to watch several series of this Surviving R. Kelly in order to get the wheels moving. I mean, it's unfortunate, but R. Kelly was allowed to continue his acts over years. He got away with the first case with his defense of "it wasn't me" when he was on camera, and he continued year after year. And it took the courage as well as the victims to come forward. You know, they had to relive their experiences and just go through that emotional trauma and testify to that in front of strangers. So not only did it take courage, but it allowed them to go down this healing process. So hopefully now they can turn the chapter and continue to heal.
All right, I want to bring back in Court TV legal correspondent Juliet Janae, who is in Brooklyn tonight. So we've been tracking R. Kelly's case or cases now, right, since we relaunched this network. They've been on the docket somewhere. What does it look like right now for R. Kelly going forward in terms of the sentencing here and the other charges that he is facing around the country and in state court and in federal court?
Well, Vinny, Judge Ann Donnelly has pushed out the sentencing. It is not even going to be this year. May 4th of 2022 is when she has scheduled the sentencing for the crimes that he's been convicted of here in New York that range, as far as the sentencing, from 10 years up to life in prison. He has those other cases that could have played into why she has pushed this out so far. The two in Illinois, one is a state case, one is a federal case, and then a case that's also pending in Minnesota. Many of those charges are similar to the ones here, so we'll be looking at those cases now. He is in the Metropolitan Brooklyn Center Detention Center here, but it'll likely be moved back to the Chicago area prison, or jail rather, where he has been housed up until this trial when he was brought here to New York.
Julie Janae.
Peace community, peace community. You already know, if you're new, welcome to the community. If you're a part of the community, welcome back. Oh man, it's been a lot, man. This R. Kelly trial and verdict. Everybody's been on the edge of their seats. All right, for the last 6 weeks. Very quick trial. Very, very, very quick trial. We even heard, he said, I've tried cases that was DUIs that took longer. So that goes to show you. But on the other side, you see people still maintaining that, he was like a Hugh Hefner and things like that. That's the defense. Do you agree with all those things? What I do know is that, come on, since Aaliyah. And they said he was with Aaliyah's mom. So is that grooming? He was grooming the mom to get to the daughter? Is that the same thing that Polite is being charged with? I told you I had a little birdie that is actually in the California. I keep saying like in the California area. Yeah, and they said that Brother Polite is really scared right now. They said they witnessed the verdict. His face, expressions. I like to do the history on the information, of course. I did some, but anybody could say something sometimes. But that's not too hard to believe. When you think of a person like R. Kelly, critically acclaimed, everything, awards, everything, and they just rocked him right now. What do you think will be of Brother Polite, especially being locked in a place like Florida? Florida is about conviction rates. Conviction. That's what they're about. They dare to convict. It's people still fighting charges in Florida. 5 years, they in there, in the county. It's backed up. It's one of the worst places to be locked up. Straight up. Being locked up, period, is the worst, but I'm just saying. So people have told me, especially people that I know from Dade County, people from all of those, you know what I'm saying? All of that area out there, Opalock, you know what I'm saying? Pork and Beans, shout out to the Pork and Beans projects, areas all out there. But, this got a lot of people, it's coming on both sides. You know what I'm saying? I seen YK The Truth. He posted a video talking about this is why R. Kelly's innocent. And then we got somebody else that was on the side. Somebody else. But, I don't know if some people will agree with that because now he on that side, then the Polite thing too. I don't know. I think that since everybody's going with one side, I think that sometimes some people, if people agree, that's how they feel personally, that's their own opinion. But I think that some individuals are just doing that just so they could be on the left side of everybody being on the right side so that they can stand out on the internet. You know what I mean? And if you're sacrificing your own integrity and moral compass on something like views and certain things like that, in a case especially like this is not like no YouTube internet thing. This is like children being hurt, families being destroyed, pain, psychological suffering throughout years post the situation. I don't know, man. Tell me if y'all agree with this situation. Tell me if y'all agree with the verdict. Some people don't. Some people do not care. I've been on the internet. Some people is like, nah. They don't care about the 58 charges. They don't care about none of that. They don't care about the proof from the past. It's a history with things. The man done Aaliyah. And some people like, nah, you can't say that Aaliyah was pretty though. What you mean Aaliyah pretty though, yo? You was a damn creep too, son. Aaliyah was a kid. No matter if she was pretty, bro. She was a kid. A child is not put in that position to make those decisions. A child should not be making sexual decisions. They should not be. They should not be. And what's crazy is that it took this long for this case to unravel. Not only did it take this long for this case to unravel, but a docu-series surviving R. Kelly is the thing, the crux, the straw that broke the camel's back. Imagine throughout the old years, everything was good. If it wasn't for surviving R. Kelly docu-series, I think 6 episodes. That's what did this to him. 6 or 7 episodes got him in there now. Because before this, it was nothing. There's no DAs, nobody stepped up, put no charges on this man. Nobody put no charges on this man until the docuseries. Think about that. That's sick. That is sick. Because there have been countless accusations against R. Kelly that needed to be looked into. Point blank, period. Whether you lock him up or not, these accusations are serious. Serious. And he actually has a couple of states, cases pending in a couple of states still, sexual. And he has one. I'm going to go into the breakdown tomorrow of the other charges and everything else. Because he has other charges. This is not all his charges. He was found guilty on all these charges. But then the man got mad. He got more charges in 2 states at least, if I'm not mistaken. Possibly more. I think it's 2 states for a fact. I think Wisconsin or Milwaukee. That's pretty sick. Oh, word. Well, you heard that The Voice? He went bonkers. I expected. We seen how he bonkers he went when he was on talking to Gail. Innocent, man. I'm innocent. I'm playing with my fucking life. That shit looked fake. Sorry. Chicago and Minnesota, exactly. What I said, Milwaukee and Wisconsin. Chicago and Minnesota. I didn't think Chicago though. That's his backyard. So okay, cool. So the charges are stemming from out there as well in Minnesota. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna go into a detailed breakdown of those charges because there was one charge at the end. I think this was one in Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if anyone of y'all know the charges. It was like a weird one. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, what charge is that? Like, why was he doing that or some shit? Like, just the reading of the charge. They didn't even go into the description of what he did or nothing. Just the charge itself. I was like, what the hell is that? What did he do? Why did he do that? You know what I'm saying? Spilled the beans on everyone who was involved. Man, the beans already spilled, man. He was involved. Yeah, if he went berserky, I'd like to get some audio of that. Yeah, let me know where that's at. For real, this is crazy, man. Most definitely crazy. Shout out to Jack the Voice. Shout out to A. Miller. Shout out to Angelica Diallo. Make sure you go subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Angelica Diallo. 1 L and 2 L's in the last name. Angelica Diallo. Yeah, man. Salute to my people. Salute to everybody in the community. This is a crazy situation. I will be up and running with another video. I have a stream that I'm gonna do, and I have to introduce something to y'all. It's gonna be a show that's gonna be here. I was thinking to unveil it today. So, like going on with the R. Kelly situation. So I might unveil it tomorrow, depending what's going on. So I'm gonna run a little advertisement for the show. It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And it involves every one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I need everybody to be interactive in this. It's a game show that's not a game. It's crazy. So once you see people doing, because people be watching what I'm doing. I'm watching y'all on the internet, how y'all watch everything I'm doing. And how y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all using my sauce. I see it. I'm not mad. Use the sauce. Use the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Here, let me give you a little more recipe. Here. A little more sauce. You know what I'm saying? I see how y'all doing this. But I got something planned. You know what I'm saying? I'm just too creative. You know what I mean? So y'all could keep picking off the parts y'all want. I'm gonna keep staying ingenuitive and using my noodle. I got a good concept that I'm about to unveil. I got a couple of great shows because we are in phase 2 of the community. So I'm streaming differently, as you can see. Everything is happening differently. Yeah, I'm going to be being more vocal. So I will be speaking about people directly now. I was speaking a little bit, but I wasn't really being wholeheartedly vocal. I wasn't, not yet. because I knew that once I began to speak my mind the way I speak at YouTube and also other things will try to limit my voice. So I just try to let things go the way they went for a while. We're here. We have thousands up in here now. And now we can get to conversations and start getting to the real thing. You know what I'm saying? I'll start to unveil some concepts like my Martin Next theory and things like that. But yeah. Shout out to Jaded Empora. Shout out to Jaded Empora, man. Yeah, man, it's crazy, yo. I was still shocked, man, that they gave him all of that. They hit him with the whole jaunts. I was pretty shocked. For real. I was pretty shocked. For real. I can't believe that. I couldn't believe that. Honestly, I couldn't believe that. That they snapped him with all of those, guilty on all charges. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes one or two will slip or you know what I mean? Nah. And they did that shit quick. 6 weeks. Got him out of there. 6 weeks. Got him out of there. Got him out of there. What the hell takes 6 weeks? The fuck? An unemployment check. Got his ass up out of there like an unemployment or some dumb shit. The fuck? Shit. Your shit coming in 3 to 4 business weeks. Got his ass out, son. Yeah, he done. He about to get a bird. Yeah, he about to get a bird. I was just thinking about it just now, how much time they about to fucking get him. I think they might hit him with some Dr. York type shit, bro. Tell me if y'all believe he gonna get press 1. Press 1 if you think that he's gonna get yeah. Press 1. Oh yeah, please, press 1. The link in there, see? What's up with you? I don't know, son. I think that he might get anywhere from like 60 to like $1. I think they might give him a Benjamin, bro. Press 1. Press 1. Yeah, I think they might give him a Benjamin Frankie, y'all. Facts of life. Oh, yeah. Press 1. You know what I'm saying? Press 1. I'm about to take that from you, Cap. That's my shit. You island, because we in one community. Press 1. Fuck you. Everybody else stealing. I'm about to start my stealing too. At least I steal in the public. Fuck me. Because some of y'all wrong. Oh, there go the treehouse. Oh, there go.
Hey,
What's the
I'm
vibe?
looking for George. Anybody seen George?
What's up? What's up?
George.
What's up?
It's crazy out here, y'all. It's crazy out here. What's up?
Dude, look at my avatar.
I got the Zoom for this. George? You see it? Eugene? Eugene the third?
Eugene from Hey Arnold.
No, the 3 exclamation marks.
Oh, that's the.
Oh,
Man.
hold on. Let me show you the other one they sent me. This was the best one, though. I was like, I know you like. Yeah.
Eugene.
No.
Eugene. Yo, Burr, subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel, man.
I got a weak signal when I'm hardwired. What are you doing to me?
And Jelly said she ain't seen George in a minute. George MIA. George MIA right now. Even if he only gets a dub. A dub, bro.
Melanated in verse and Jaded need a ring.
If they give him a dub, they play this up. What do you mean after all them charges? A dub? They can't give him no dub out of all that shit. Even if they're trying to make a case that, we trying to give him a little. They got to give you the other singles that come along with it. Say, yeah, you got to hold us a little $40. They got to give you the extra change that come with it. I'm telling you. And this is R. Kelly. They got a bias towards him too. You already know that. They already been planning on his end. I'm telling you.
He's gonna be stepping in Ava booty.
Going to jail.
He's going to jail.
He gonna be.
He gonna get all day.
He gonna be.
What was it? What was it, Jaded? Because I know it wasn't a lot. What was it?
Yeah, I think he gonna get like in the middle, like somewhere around there, like a 50.
I think somebody
Up
said
to a
10 to
buck.
life.
I think like
But
a buck. Nah, you can't do that because I know guys in the streets that have those kinds of sentences. They had like that, and they're out in the street and they have life on the back end, but they out free. But if they get locked up, they still could be put away for life or whatever the case may be, depending on the statutes, depending on the charges. But it's mad people walking around and they out there with life sentences, then caught murders back in fucking or did some shit back in the 80s or some shit like that, and they walking around chilling, then did the 10 years or whatever the case, and they out chilling. R. Kelly is filthy rich. Okay. Once he's back out, what happens? That he's not gonna fuck with America. He's leaving America first things first. And he's going across seas. And when he's overseas, you already know what's going down across seas, bro. He's gonna be over there whiling. And that's all that happens. It's a fucking playground for this guy. You see what I'm saying? So you can't do these types of things.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
out.
No,
Nah, they're not
it's the remix to Conviction, hot and fresh in the prison. I can't with y'all.
Yeah, that's a remix, son. You need to do the remix and put it online. That should be viral. Yeah, it really will be though. Facts. Damn.
Oh my goodness. Y'all been killing me all night, Uda. They've been over there talking about what do you say, Remy? My cousin got abducted by aliens.
Flaming young Pharaoh.
Young Pharaoh?
Yes.
He said something about.
I still want to know. I'm asking for.
It was from Planet Nike and just
do it. It's talking about the aliens from Planet Nike abducted him. They didn't say nothing. They just did it.
Worse.
Oh my God.
YP. Yeah, man. YP been low lately, though, man. YP been chilling, man. He been low. You know, he low.
He was on Tasha K talking about he got abducted by damn aliens.
That's it. He was low. He was low for a little 2 weeks, though.
And 2 weeks ago, he was pouring Sprite on himself, talking about Waka Flocka told him about the under the crust of the earth reptilians. So, Star Trek.
Yeah, that was but he took him
talking about he shot somebody in the face 10 times, and he said it was Jesus.
Yeah. Uda, Jay didn't need a wrench.
That's long for Pharaoh, though.
Agenda need a wrench.
Yeah, melanated agenda need a wrench.
I got y'all.
Inverse need a wrench.
I got y'all. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Facts, though.
And we blocked some dude earlier while you was gone.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we hid the body.
It's okay.
Well, we blocked two of them because one called. Well, no, we put the one on timeout. I blocked the other one because he called me a nasty woman. Kelly. The first one came in calling me a nasty woman, so I figured he was sent by Build-A-Bay. And the second one came up caping hard for R. Kelly.
Damn, bro.
I mean, hella hard. And then he got mad.
Yeah, he was caping real hard. Yo, when you go back, watch the end of your video.
Try to keep for polite. If you want to try to keep for polite, then we could probably see because the whole case ain't unraveled yet. But R. Kelly, you can't cape for that unless your last name is Kelly.
They ain't gonna tell us talking about I hope y'all talking the same. When I talked like this years ago, I've been talking like this for years, and I'm gonna continue to talk like this. Can't nobody stop my mouth. Ooh, did somebody knock on your door?
No, and people know better than to knock on my shit.
No, I'm talking about the daggone restream.
Oh, my bad. I'm talking about real life because I be in the real life. Shot fire, nigga. Stop playing with me. Protect my motherfucking life. Black man America. Black man America. Fuck you, man.
I know, Jack, but he been in there for a while and they made no kind of progress.
Nah,
none.
Hold up. I'm trying to go here to give them the wrenches. That's where I was going. Thought I was. Hold up.
You talking about R. Kelly devastated?
R. Kelly devastated. You should.
No, devastated for you in the chat.
He was looking sad in the court though when they did that shit.
He always looks sad when he go to court because he know his ass wrong as fuck.
Yo, that shit looked like you seen a tear in his eye this time, son. Like for real.
He knew he was done.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like he know he done.
That's
bro.
why.
You know what? Remember that song he did?
That's what came to my mind. You know,
this is my avatar.
Remember that song he did? Somebody knocking on your door, Uda.
Now I got y'all this time.
Remember that song he did right after he got off the charges the last time? You saved me or whatever. No, not guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody need to do a fire remix on that. That's what
Kelly
he
not
did.
guilty.
Found guilty now.
Damn, son, y'all got the remix to everything right now.
Then
Yeah, this shit's crazy.
Harry Spears
Everybody,
joined on Mad TV. Hey,
everybody
ladies,
is
I'm the
everybody.
greatest Tory rapist.
That shit is nuts, bro. This guy is not good.
Eugene, that R. Kelly sent it scared your ass today, didn't it? Eugene,
Yeah, man. I got
where's George at? Did he give up on you?
yeah, man,
George.
some words from someone. They said that Polite is real shook at the moment. Got it from a California source.
How far y'all get in the transcript?
We didn't go today. We got the page 50 yesterday. Man, you can't take all that in one sitting. And then we got up today.
I only got the page 50 yesterday.
I had a dumpster fire at work today. My brain couldn't take that after that.
I did a lot earlier.
That ain't even a lot. It said it's 1,500.
1,500 what pages?
Yeah.
Something like that. I ain't got 1 through 4. Well, I probably do have 1 through 4 because Chuck gave me the link. But yeah, if they all average like part 4, part 5, then that's about what it's, because that was 250. Well, 242, 250 approximately. 6, that's 1,000, 2,000. No, wait, 500, 500, and 500. So yeah, 1,500.
Yeah.
Exactly, Bert. R. Kelly been guilty since the 90s. Guard.
Okay, so somebody said that he used to block off the high school.
Look, he used to be in the McDonald's
High School on 53rd.
Look, I'm gonna see. Hold on, it's 11 o'clock. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna put myself on mute and I'm gonna see something.
Boy, it was a guilty verdict, y'all. The judge has spoken, y'all. There has been a guilty verdict. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, if only 50 pages is that wild, what's in the other 1,300?
Damn, that shit got like 2,000 pages. That's crazy.
I don't know. I haven't pre-read anything.
I don't know if I can take
only imagine. We could only imagine.
No, I can't.
The brothers finished. He was saying he said they would
I
off the high school.
I'm still trying to digest all that just happened in the 50.
Exactly. That's why we're taking a break. I'm about tired of these little troll things, the F.YI comment trolls.
Yeah, this whole channel. What's up, family? This whole channel dedicated to defending R. Kelly. Black women.
But no, my homie, he from up Chicago. Everybody knew about that mess. And he used to hang at the McDonald's, and the McDonald's was right across the street from the high school. And then he had permission to use the music room or something at the high school, because he was supposed to be like a made good store.
53rd Street.
Polite trying to go to Africa. I don't know how you gonna get there with no money. And didn't they take his passport? They should have.
I seen him when he had his white Mercedes at the Hard Rock Cafe McDonald's in the parking lot. It was number kids. The oldest girl was probably like 15 at max. That's max. Everybody else was smaller than that. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a grown up somewhere, but it was no grown up nowhere but his crew. So I didn't know at the time. That was 93.
Yeah.
I saw him with my own eyes, no video. I'm
bastard.
looking dead at him. They're like, damn, they go R. Kelly. We bumping this song right in the car. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't.
You haven't seen Georgie either,
Andy. Him and Leah's relationship. Yeah.
Niggas with the moms first, bro. It was weird, son.
All I knew is the parents, the parents, when that Aaliyah situation first popped off, they was not too happy.
What's that chick name? Sharon something. The one that had the one that the bank wire transfer name in.
I don't know. I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah, the white lady. The one that had the pink on today in the press conference. Her.
Remember, I didn't get to see none of that. I jumped dead on live after I got off work and we had a dumpster fire.
All right, you'll see it then. She got on a pink blazer.
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow.
It's her name. Her name is on the account for the wire transfers of some of the families that were that had actually confirmed that there was a scheme and a separate account to pay off families.
Mm-hmm.
Period. That's all the account was for, and it was in her name.
Yep. So is she being charged too?
Oh yeah, that's what they saying too. If the crew knew about it, aren't they conspiracy? Why is he the only one getting charged and nobody else?
That's crazy.
Crazy. First R. Kelly, then Polite. Who's next, y'all?
I don't want to guess.
Court is now in session.
Glad you know.
Campbell.
Nah, he ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna have to run down on Hassan physically. But
you gonna do nothing but run.
Mark was just talking about.
You don't like Hassan?
Mark was just talking about some. No, I don't.
I did it to be easy. After
Mark
Polite,
was just talking about he about to go to jail.
That's what somebody. Oh, who was that? Mark said that earlier.
Who?
He said. Mark said Poppy finna go to jail for tax evasion.
Probably. You know, he probably did some tax evasion. You know what I mean? That's whatever.
They ain't pay taxes on them YouTube checks.
Pay that taxes.
Look, until last year, YouTube did not give you the form. You had to self-file. And you really think they gonna pay taxes voluntarily? But with all this interest that's around the community right now, and you know, people might be lurking around, and you know the IRS love to gobble up somebody's money.
Know that. And you know that.
Craig. Hey, Craig. I need you to go get me some Cambodian breast milk. And while you out, get me some ginger snaps to go with them.
Yeah. What's all this? Everything's got ginger in it now. It's the new shit.
Ginger is actually
mainstream though. Mainstream. It's at all these fucking Walmart got all types of ginger shit in it now. Shit, ginger was a conspiracy word just fucking 7 years ago.
Ginger is good for you. I don't know what nobody talking about. I love it. It makes my stomach feel better. It can also purge the shit out you though. That's why you can't let some folk run off and give you stuff. He don't own his man. Hold on, Jada said R. Kelly was worth -$2 million. How the fuck?
Yeah, that negative. Yeah, that negative is true. That's true.
Oh my God. He don't own his masters. He was too busy bothering them little girls to worry about anything. You really think they let the Tasha shut up?
Yeah, they don't have to do all this just for that. For masters. You don't have to do all this shit. This shit costs. This for feds. This costs billions of dollars to do.
Like these folk ain't got better things to do with their time than accuse people of being perverts.
Yeah, when the feds get involved, that's cross state line. Yeah.
They bust a pervert ring damn near every month.
That's too much money for masters.
Yeah. Look, he don't even own his masters. You know, good and well they screwed him on his contract because he the next thing to illiterate because he never bothered to learn how to read. If you can play an instrument like that, I don't care if you got ADHD, you got money, you got doctors to medicate, and you know you can get special tutors and shit. But you weren't worried about that. See, maybe if you was worried about that, then what you was doing, your ass wouldn't be sitting in jail tonight crying.
Yeah, I know he in that cell balling like a motherfucker.
Like sitting up there, remember the times that used to be.
And his cell ain't like.
Oh, so
look, he had girls walking around,
like, I know you
crawling
sad,
around
but
on the
keep that
ground.
ass up.
So one of the people inside the courtroom said he had screamed "Let me go" when they was reading the guilty counts. He had screamed that out.
Probably because he's tired of jail. He used to have it his own way. He a 50-some-year-old man.
It was rumors that they was whooping his ass up in there.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
So I wonder who said that. He said that he screamed that out.
But I thought he would be in protected custody.
Yeah, it's not hard to confirm what happened.
Yeah.
If it went down,
Yeah. That's a fact. You ain't gotta worry about that. But I want to know who said that. That's what he blurted out in the courtroom, though. Like,
yeah.
One of them Gale.
He was talking to somebody.
Oh.
As a message, even if they're
like let me go, like out of jail.
Yeah. Even if they're not physically sitting inside the courtroom.
Oh.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? He did it. We done known he did it for years. People been caping for him and downplaying it for years. So it's just the chickens finally came home to roost.
That's about it. Them chickens came home.
Now he want to play on the gullibility of people and act like, it's some kind of conspiracy. You had your little victory party after that last trial, Robert. Not after this one, though.
That's a fact. That is a whole fact.
And then the other two states ain't even charged him yet. Look, if anything happened that them charges right there drop, them other two states go activate them charges. They ain't threw them away. They just don't feel no need to charge it. And if they don't feel no,
God,
they gonna in the wake of all of this stuff, they just gonna take,
they not gonna charge him unless something happened with them charges that's in place now. See, it's like a fail safe. Like they done pretty much wrap that shit up, put a bow on it. It's got the pretty paper. But if so happens anything happens, they still have them other charges to fall back on. As soon as they try to let him walk out the door,
preceding the first 2008 case.
Yeah, it'd be a waste of money to try to prosecute him again.
Yeah, right now. But if he get off on it and they really want to get him, then them other two states activate them charges.
Yeah, I'm saying, I agree with that, but I'm saying like him in charge now, it would be a waste for them to activate it. If he did get you, because he did get charged.
For sure.
A waste of time and money for them to try to, activate those charges now. But he didn't. Yeah, I can see them definitely activating those charges.
Not a waste. Everybody want to get down and do the right thing right now with the side of the law. Okay? Why you sitting around?
Don't do that.
Charges. Why you sitting around with charges on this man when everybody then got this man up out of here? Now you got to step up and act out now. Because now people say, what happened to y'all? What happened to your state? Why your state ain't charging? What's going on with y'all? Why y'all was sitting on your hands on the situation? People start getting blamed for that. So in the wake of this, they're going to be pushing for his shit to go up too, son. They going to push for them shit, son. They're going to spend the money. They don't care. We living in the world of public opinion, the court of public opinion. The people that spend the money just to call that public opinion voice, man.
Yeah, if you have anything that's associated with R. Kelly on your resume as a job, I mean it's not looking real good tomorrow at work.
Not looking good. You're not looking good at all in all situations. Yeah.
You're gonna have a bad week.
If I formerly worked for him, I wouldn't claim that at all.
If he owe you money, a few dollars, yeah.
That thing gone up.
Take that L.
There's no way people was working for him and didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, all the hotels room was set up in that the chick with the long hair, her name. Then the dude with security, the one that made all the phone calls. Yeah, so this one man theory shit. I ain't cutting no slack. I ain't cutting no slack, but goddamn, shit. Somebody had to keep up with the keys to the van and all that shit. The gas card, fucking all the shit, all of the fucking phones and shit.
Different than Bambada and
yeah. Y'all kept that shit going.
Bells, bro. That shit is crazy, man. It's crazy. Still can't believe that shit. Right. Because they usually let people slide.
Imagine what the transcripts from this one read.
So they're saying the government actually reformatted the racketeering law personally from man to man just for this case, a whole entire felony.
What?
Just for this motherfucker.
They only do that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it would only apply to the mafia at first, under J. Edgar Hoover, according to documents, word for word, damn near.
So this is the first time it was used in a case like this?
Yeah, first time.
Oh,
yeah, landmark on top of all the celebrity shit.
Oh, he's done that. They cooked him. He's done. He about to get 100.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, he about to get a buck, bro. For a fact, he's getting a buck. Man, yeah, if that's the case. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Jail.
That's crazy.
About to give him numbers. It wills.
So I mean, that actually prompted that's prompting who else is involved. You had to have a top man, an underboss, of some sort, since you're gonna modify the whole fucking law. Where's the number 2 guy? You know what I'm saying? Shit, what's his name? Shit. Somebody had to keep up with all that shit.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Remy. Uda, you there?
Yeah, there's no way nobody was working for him. And then,
what's up?
I'm gonna tell you. Make sure you stay around because you might have to restart this stream and name it something else.
Okay.
And you too, Ramil.
What you got going?
I don't know yet, so I ain't gonna say nothing. But as always, family, what do we need right now?
Positive energy to the judges, positive energy to the jurors, positive energy to anybody that's watching polite ass in LA or wherever he at right now. If you got your binoculars watching him, positive energy is going towards you too. Keep your eyes on him, please.
Positive energy that this happens the way it needs to.
Oh, that nigga probably sitting in the corner somewhere, sucking his thumb.
Probably. He really probably is now. Ooh, I'm finna send you a message.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Damn, boy. Still thinking about that. They rocked him, boy. That's crazy. Yeah, they about to give him a little buck and change. Imagine he get more than Dr. York. That'd be crazy. Dr. York got 135, right?
So he
That'd be
football
crazy.
Numbers.
That'd be crazy if he get.
Yeah, he got 135.
Yeah, the Times already said life minimum
100 something years right now, son. That is, ain't that crazy, son?
I'm saying the Times is already reporting life, so whatever.
Yeah.
just based on that new law that they modified just for this motherfucker. This one dude.
That's crazy. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm still checking now to see if that has ever been done to anybody else in fucking history since you had the motherfucking law. And so far, I'm coming up with 0 results.
Oh no, I never heard of that one. Or never heard of that one. That shit crazy.
Gonna be in the sex cult in jail too. But he gonna be the victim.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Damn, son, they gave that nigga rock. They got him in fed. He in the feds. That's different. You know what I mean? That don't mean that things don't happen in federal jails, but you know, it's different in feds jail and state jails and all type of stuff like that. Like people that's in feds, like my friends that's in the federal jails and shit, they got everything. iPhones, they in there with Instagram. You be on there like, yo, son, what the fuck?
Yeah,
They
it's
in there
like
with everything, computers, yo, son, they in there chilling.
it's like a
Ain't no
college
place to be
dorm and
chilling.
shit.
They be acting like they chilling.
Yeah, it's like a college dorm and shit.
I'm telling you, son, the people be in there, got access to shit. You be like, get the fuck out of here. You got that? They be like, yo, bro, I got all that. What's up, Queen?
You see my message? Don't say
We
nothing.
just glad his ass sick ass didn't pull Russell Simmons.
Oh, Jesus. Hold on, that's my sister.
R. Kelly.
That sounds like a LG phone.
Damn, bro.
I got an LG.
That niggas Rock Kelly, boy. Gosh, wow, son. I did not think they'd have did that, bro.
Yeah, they went all out on that motherfucker. I didn't even know it was that serious. I haven't really been following it. Yeah, I kind of just shoved it under the rug as a tabloid TMZ story. Apparently, it's top fucking news with landmarking, law-breaking, landmark case implications. I'm like, God damn, this is the shit. God damn, just for him? Holy shit! I don't know what happened. There's something else happened besides
Russell Simmons was rolling with Dr. York too. That's what Jay the Emperor said. Russell Simmons was running with Dr. York too.
There's pictures of them together.
Yeah, man. I know Jay-Z was.
You saw the picture. You saw the picture of him and the governor.
Jay-Z in the group that put Jay-Z.
I'm
Jay-Z.
saying, you saw the picture of him in the governor. The governor of New York.
Picture of who in the governor?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z in the governor?
Yeah, shake hands.
Mm-hmm. Rest in peace to R. Kelly Freedom. That shit been going for. He's been in jail for like a year or so now, right?
Yeah, 2018.
Oh, he's been in jail for almost 3 years. Nicki Minaj met her husband. She defended her brother too. Seems like she has it's a common with the men in her life. Yeah, that's a major fall from celebrity, king of R&B, allegedly, to inmate 1937.
Worse than Michael Vick. He's public prisoner number one, criminal number one now.
Over some goddamn dogs.
Yeah, man, this shit is crazy, bro. I ain't got no time for the fuckery. Ain't got no time. But I do know that I'm about to retitle my stream and start a new one. Facts. So is anybody going live? Okay, so I'm going live again. Yeah. You already know the vibe. Salute to everybody a part of the community, man. If you're new, if you're part of the community, you already know. Make sure y'all subscribing. It's a lot going on with the R. Kelly situation. I got another clip that I got to drop. Got a lot of clips. Got a lot of clips that I got to get through. Yeah, man. Positive energy to the judge in the courts. You know, we waiting to see now. I guess the next date now, sentencing is in May. I think it's May 22nd, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was the 3rd.
On May 3rd?
I think so. I saw somewhere.
It's in May. It's in May. I don't know, because I was hearing something. I think the 22nd is a
You muted it out, Bill.
I think he restarted the stream.
Y'all still there? Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here. It went out somewhere. I think he about to restart the stream.